I don't know anybody, their first encounter with a bear that's not intimidated or frightened, you know. And if you're not, there's probably psychologically something wrong with you because they are really an intimidating animal when you see their girth and the sheer presence of them. But once you get to know what they're about, you realize that they're not looking, generally speaking, 99 out of 100 times or 999 out of 1,000 encounters or more. They're generally not looking for trouble, and they're generally not looking at you as an appetizer. And usually the encounters are a surprise. So if you start to understand that, and that they're probably, in some cases out in my area, they're as frightened of people as people would be of them.
When I saw my first bear, it was in Denali 30 years ago, and I was pretty scared of the bear, and the bear didn't do anything scary. It was just there, it stood up, it looked at me. It was not what the bear was doing, it was my perception of what the bear might do. That was the problem. And I think over 30 years working with bears as a biologist and filmmaker, photographer, I just learned to assess more what actually the bear is doing, what the bear's intentions are, and less what I interpret into his actions. I'm a huge advocate for wildlands and bears, and I find that there is a place for bears in our world, and we don't have to be afraid of them. We have to respect them. If we respect them and they respect their ways, we can coexist, and coexist without conflict or very minimal conflict. Well, almost all bear hunting is trophy hunting. I mean, there is bear hunting that is for food, and that I want to kind of leave out.
Yeah.
I'm just generally opposed to trophy hunting, as I do not believe wildlife is around for us as kind of entertainment, and that we can just take another creature's life for our own entertainment. And most bear hunting, particularly brown bear and polar bear to a much lesser degree, is just much less hunted, but it's all trophy hunting. So I don't want to say that people who do trophy hunting are bad people. I mean, I know a lot of them, and they're very nice people. It's something that I personally don't agree with.
a lot of hunters come up here, they've never met a grizzly bear in their life, and the first one they see, they think their life is, you know, they're right in their will. My job as a guide that I want to be clear about, and this is where sometimes people draw a line in the sand and they go, well, you're a guide, you're a bad guy. Actually, I'm a real proponent of wildlife and safety out there, and if you took these hunters and let them just go out and hunt bear without the use of a guide, I will guarantee you will have a lot more incidents of sows being killed with cubs, sows being killed instead of boar, taken out of the population. You're going to have a lot more unsafe practices. You're probably going to have a lot more mortality with hunters getting into trouble because they don't know how to behave. Now, I want to explain this too. I don't have a trophy room in my home, and I've never trophy hunted a bear and have absolutely no desire whatsoever to do that. So for me to start to explain in depth why a person would want to trophy hunt a bear is really up to my interpretation of it. And I don't even think it's proper in a way for me to do that, because I've had quite a number of clients over the years, and each one of them I sure has their own impetus to go out and hunt. The one thing that's interesting, I believe, is that generationally how we degrade our environment. And I'm not talking about grizzly bears, I'm just saying that our great-grandfathers, if they were to come back and see some of the places that they hunted and fished when they were kids, would probably, it would devastate them to even imagine what happened to the areas, the wild areas that they used to travel in. And I think this is the importance of having national parks and places where animals can run free, and free from, you know, hunting also. An animal, a human free zone, in other words.